welcome to Gaming with Grandma, or rather, Gaming with Low Constitution people. Because first of all, we have to go to Granny Yao to talk about Lullaby, because yes, the second part of 1.8 patch has finally unlocked. But secondly, Mirta has gotten excited, so she has gotten an insomnia. And because she got an insomnia from excitement that I couldn't kill because, wow, my body works in really weird ways, I have woke up today with a very shot throat and a runny nose after having slept for like 3 hours. So, I'm starting this patch really late. By the time I'm done making this video, it will probably be a lot later than I anticipated it being. And my voice might start cutting out in the middle of it, because I actually don't have that much of it. So, yay! Love being me sometimes. Anyway, we're just gonna be doing the story for the most part. I also wanna, like, try 5 in a row. I heard that some of it is kinda difficult. And yeah, the quest for it has actually unlocked, so that's good. And afterwards, I wanna speak a little bit about my impressions for this patch and what I think about it, so that's precisely what we're doing today.
You, my dear, you haven't changed at all. You always enjoyed my nursery rhymes. Listen up now. Here's one for you.
I think my Nikki is standing in a fairly awkward position here.
In the mountains, a pavilion. In the pavilion, a painting. In the painting, a mountain. And in that mountain, another pavilion.
Grandma, you've sung this part several times. Could you please sing the rest for me?
Yun, Granny Yao.
Shh, don't rush. Granny Yao just remembered the full nursery rhyme, though some parts are a bit mixed up. Be patient. She'll recite it again.
I swear, she's the dragon lady. She is like the dragon that's protecting the island because she is blind, she has scales on her clothes, and she acts in ways that are fairly suspicious, like telling me that this person remembers stuff. Like, how would you know?
In the pavilion, a painting. In the painting, a mountain. I've heard these 2 lines already. Now, Grandma, please tell artist Nikki the rest.
Oh, you want to hear it too? All right. Let me see.
I do see, like, old people in the background. Surely she's not the only old person to remember nursery rhymes.
No 2 peaks are the same. Pavilions overlap. Paintings connect. No shadow in the ink. No sounds from the rain. No way to go back. Only a pavilion. Silent and bare. Listen to me, my dear. Please, don't go wandering up the backside of the mountain. If you get trapped in the ink and lose your way, it would be awful.
The backside of the mountain. Zuyan and Lan Hui also mentioned it. Lately, people say they've seen ghostly shadows there. The nursery rhyme seems to hint that the pavilion on the mountain leads to another place. Could it be that Danqing realm I saw earlier?
It's possible. Nikki, should we go to the backside and look?
The mountain's backside has been abandoned for years with no path. I've never heard of anyone going up there. Let's not take risks on account of a nursery rhyme.
I know you're concerned for me, but these strange events keep happening, and everyone in the village is at risk. Miss Wei disappeared right in front of me. I can't just do nothing.
Miss, I am the Prime Nikki. I am pretty sure that no danger actually applies to me.
I must investigate the backside of the mountain. I'm just not sure how to get up there yet.
My mother once told me about a narrow path that leads there. Our ancestors used to take it to gather medicinal herbs.
To be fair, I goated my way up that mountain that I wasn't supposed to earlier than I was supposed to be able to do that, so getting there is really not a problem.
But the path has long fallen into disrepair. Years ago, a rock slide sealed off the entrance, and no one has gone up since.
Very easy to find the side entrance, just saying.
I see. In that case, I might have an idea. We can't move the rocks by hand, but with my Danqing ability, if I can restore ink, maybe I can also find a way to erase it.
I've heard of artists painting with ink, but never of one erasing it.
Time for the rubber outfit.
Ordinary ink wouldn't work, but if I combine the rainwater that makes people vanish with my Danqing ability, it's worth a try.
Let me just catch the deadly water. Why don't I do that?
Using rainwater instead of ink. The Danqing painting should turn into ink, then vanish. That's a brilliant idea.
Brilliant, brilliant! But, Nikki, where are we supposed to get rainwater right now?
Why don't we scrap some off that dead child that has left a giant mark in front of their parents' doorstep?
I remember Miss Sui mentioning that she had collected some rainwater during her investigation. Momo, come on. Let's go search near her house.
It would be a thing to check. Surely if I had stuck my hand in it, it would be entirely 100% fine, right? Because I am the Prime Nikki, and I am pretty sure I'm not made out of ink. People in here, I'm less sure of that. But for myself, I'm pretty sure that Nikki is actually like a physical being that's inside this dimension that works a bit different than the rest of this dimension. Probably applies to her in Mirrorland as well, to be fair.
Here it is, Momo. I found the rainwater Miss Sui gathered. With this, we should be able to access the backside of the mountain and find the entrance of the Danqing realm. Miss Sui and all the others who disappeared are counting on us.
So we're gonna be removing the entrance here, but as you can see, I already have a waypoint in there. Because actually, like, a lot of these approaches, you can sort of climb the mountain fairly easily, so it's not...
Right, you and me. We'll bring them home together.
This one? Kinda easy to get up there. If I look over here, these ones required people to do some fun Skyrim mountain climbing with bicycles in order to get up there, or glitching out a raft. But some people have even gotten over there, so it's no stopping the platforming, girlies. And men. The platforming men either.
Nikki, I think this is the boulder that's blocking the path.
No shit,
There's only
Momo!
enough rainwater for one attempt. I really hope combining it with my Danqing ability will make it work. Time to give it a try.
If not, we can literally climb up there. It's not that hard.
The path really is narrow. Alright, Momo. Let's be careful.
I hope the pavilion from the nursery rhyme is actually up there. Nikki, we shouldn't waste time. Let's get going.
Already on it! Already going.
Who would have thought? How does this world have such sporadic and dangerous rain?
Nikki, the things turning to ink? The people disappearing in the rain? Could they all be connected to some kind of dark essence?
It's possible. But there's something else that's strange. Back in the Sea of Stars, I didn't sense the stars at all.
Yeah, my own personal theory, Nikki, is that this is a painting. We are living inside a painting right now, but I am very surprised that Nikki Prime, which is our Nikki, the Nikki that gets to play around in all the worlds, somehow can sense worlds. How did I miss this? You guys have no idea how many times I ran around here in like the past week. Oh, because they opened it up, maybe they put some new things up here? That might be a possibility. Because, I mean, the only reason why I was here before is because I goated up the mountain, not because I was actually allowed to be in here.
Now that we're
Luckily, the Sea of Stars picked up that faint signal, so we knew something was wrong. That's how we knew to investigate.
Oh no.
Right. But for now, our priority is to find the Danqing realm and discover how to restore those who have vanished. Only then can we dig deeper and uncover if Dark Essence is really behind everything.
Oh no, the kind of things that you can infer from this? Does that mean that objects like paintings or fiction, that if they're written in the right way, gain sentience over time? Hence it's a newborn world. Oh, by the time we get more Nikki stuff, Nikki lore might end up being just like so rich and deep. Hopefully they don't cancel this game before they can live out what they want to do with it. Considering it's very, rocky monetization and their permanent clash with their player base.
Nikki, this scroll, it looks like... Why do a few strokes seem to be missing?
Let me try using my Danqing ability to fix it.
Time for me to stroke a painting. Oh, that's not my ability, that is my net. A painting inside a painting inside a painting.
We're inside the Danqing realm?
Yeah, this is definitely it. Who would have thought that old nursery rhyme would turn out to be true? But we still don't know where Miss Sui and the others are. Momo, let's start looking around.
Floating ability, float right across towards the only building in here. That would be my guess.
Nikki, look! These paintings.
The one in the middle shows a village and mountain landscape that looks just like Danqing Island. It must be the entrance connecting the two worlds. And the ones beside it. A cat holding a brush and wearing elegant robes. I don't know why, but it feels oddly familiar.
Nikki, besides these paintings, there's really nothing else around the pavilion. How are we supposed to find Miss Sui and the others?
If this scenery resembles the backside of the mountain on Danqing Island, then maybe there's a village and people living down below too. Let's go down and take a look.
Good idea. Let's first check the spot where Miss Sui disappeared. I haven't heard her voice in a while. I kind of miss it. The Danqing realm looks so much like the outside world. What kind of place is this?
I'm not sure. But let's search for some signs of Miss Sui first.
How is there not fully actualized ink things inside an ink painting that's already inside an ink painting? How deep can you go on the ink painting pipeline? I'm eating a bit of dried mango. One thing that I realized is that while this place is massive, by the way, I have been exploring it for a while, it seems to be an overlay onto the main world. Because if I open this picture, you can actually see the grass and the trees and everything from the main world. And they look nothing like this, which has very sharp lines on it, like some sort of shadow effect. So pictures that you post in the main world also appear in the inked world. So that's quite interesting. I do kind of enjoy this location. Like, once again, there's an NPC here that would be in the normal world, but we don't see him anywhere in here because this is the ink world in comparison. It kind of reminds me of Oblivion's Painter's Quest, that you get to like enter a painting. There's also a lot of these scrolls, and I don't know if they take anywhere like in particular or anywhere where I need to go. Haven't tested it yet, but I think this is just different ways to get into this place. Because I've seen them in the open world as well, and I couldn't interact with them, and now I'm seeing them quite a lot in here, but you don't need to use them to get to like specific places in this like copy of the world, because, well, you enter one and you can explore this whole place, which is what I have been doing for an unreasonable amount of time. So I'm gonna stop that now and actually continue the main story. So, like, see you there.
I once painted mountains with sweeping flair. Now I'm an inkstone stuck in who knows where. Alas. Pitiful. Are you Nikki and Momo?
Should I worry that
Miss
talking
Wei?
objects inside a game don't even surprise me anymore?
An inkstone inside a painting.
When it was raining, I had a feeling. A foreboding feeling. Most of the people who disappeared from the village were lost in the rain. I tried to stay alert and take note of any clues, but eventually I lost consciousness. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself trapped in this painting, transformed into an inkstone. How did you two get in here? Don't tell me. Did you get caught in the rain as well?
No, don't worry. We followed clues and found another path.
That's good. I was going to tell you not to recklessly take risks, but I didn't get the chance to say it. It seems you've grown even more capable.
That's right. This time you can count on me. I'll rescue you for sure.
Can I just turn her back
My
into
dear
a human?
child. In my current state, I'm afraid I can't be of much help to you. But from the looks of things, the other missing villagers are in the same situation, transformed into objects in other paintings.
Then the content of the paintings must have some kind of pattern. Or some kind of hint?
When I was little, I'd constantly hold my inkstone even while eating or sleeping. My parents even joked that I was a reincarnated inkstone. Now that I've turned into an inkstone in a painting, maybe it's not a coincidence.
Miss Wei, are you saying reincarnation is real?
I can't say for sure, but after turning into this inkstone, it does feel a little familiar. Maybe there is something to it.
In a past life, she was an inkstone, and in this life, she's an artist. It makes sense.
But after being a human and then suddenly becoming an inkstone, unable to move, it's frustrating.
Oh yeah, I can use my Danqing ability to repaint objects that have turned into ink. If I use it on this painting, maybe I can restore you.
All right, give it a try. After all, I'm just an inkstone. It's not like I'm going anywhere.
What if the artist that arranged this whole painting to begin with was using regular objects in place of people? So they had to sacrifice some objects to turn them into a people, maybe?
It's really not that simple.
It's fine. Don't take it to heart. I can't move, but I'm still alive.
This didn't work, but I'll think of another way. I need to save everyone.
Nikki is so invested into
Do you
this
have any other
painting.
ideas?
I only arrived recently, so when it comes to this place, I'm at a loss. But do you remember when I mentioned Meng Xiuzhu?
Meng Xiuzhu? Wasn't he the first to go missing?
Yes, it's highly likely he's trapped in another painting, just like me. If we can find him, it might give us more clues.
I'm not sure which painting he's in. I'll start looking around.
All right. Be careful. This place is strange, so keep a lookout.
Presumably
If
I
we
can
find
ask
him,
all the
this
paper.
poor child, Fu Ling, won't feel so alone. She'll have a glimmer of hope to cling on to.
So I spoke with all the paintings. First of all, they seem to be very mellow. All of these people are stuck as objects on paper, but they're like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm still gonna be here. Like, I'm not going anywhere. You have plenty of time to save me. So they seem to be very chill about this fate. And secondly, the person that we're looking for, this uncle guy, he has been going around trying to steal ink from other paintings, hoping that he can restore himself if he does. So that's as far as it goes so far. I'm gonna go and grab a chest now because that is what I do. Honestly, this island made me so happy for Timeless Melody. It's not that these enemies are impossible without it, but they do get quite annoying as there's always fairly large groups of them.
Ink thief! I'll pound you into next week, you...
Oh my god, we have a whole paper bird! Oh, that's so cool. Like, this guy has been stuck enough in here for long enough to figure out how to make himself a body of an egret that's kind of 2D, but like, it works. It works a lot more than the people that are stuck just being pieces of paper. That's really impressive. That, I feel that would make everything connect. And I think that's what we want if we want to explore the painting. So there's like a painting inside a painting inside a painting. Okay. I feel very much like locked to this 2D plane because I am, but... Actually, if I just climb down here... I will probably get myself stuck, considering that there is no other axis. Yeah, let's not do that. I can talk to cats. They want to be saved. Okay. Oh, so I get money for finding animals. Huh. Interesting. So that was like 1 out of the 3 paintings, I believe? I keep on thinking that maybe I'm gonna miss something. But it is slightly hard to do that, considering that it is once again very much a flat plane. Okay, so these cats are comfy, which doesn't surprise me, considering that they're, you know, cats. I assume I just need to jump over this one because I can't really shoot him. I found a fish that gave me gems. That's really appreciated, fish. The scenery here is truly breathtaking. How wonderful it would be to share this view with Miss Cat. I must leave behind many words of admiration so that when you one day pass through this place, you'll know how sincere my heart is. Note, no matter how much you write, it's still just a stack of paper. You'd better wait until you see her and say it to her face. Oh, and I can even like see where I am when it comes to the paintings. God damn it, Nikki, be more sneaky. They really went all out with this update, didn't they? Hey, my last cats! If you keep moving forward, you'll be able to leave this place. Magnificent! It's truly impressive that you made it this far safely. You're almost there. Please do give it one last push. Look at me go! I am being the right completionist that I am. Well, to be fair, I only completionist as much as it benefits me. I'm often okay with, like, leaving some stuff out. Jesus. Got stuck on the goddamn floaty enemy fish. Hey, I actually caught him. He's mine now. Did I put him in my pocket? I mean, he is two-dimensional, so it wouldn't surprise me. But is he just in my inventory now? Can I do that?
Thank you for your help, Artist Nikki. I almost fell for that egret's trick. Strange. You and Momo haven't turned into part of a painting. I was going to invite you in to visit my humble abode, but it looks like I can't host you in my scroll.
It's alright, really. We're here on urgent business. We need to find Uncle Mung.
Artist Nikki? Is that Nikki? You've grown so... Wait, how did you two even get here?
Uncle Mung, lots of people have gone missing after getting caught in the rain, so I found a way to get in here. I want to find a way to bring everyone back together. You've been here for years now. Have you found any clues?
I'm afraid I know very little. Years ago, I turned into a white egret and flew far and wide, seeking a way out. But everywhere I went was just part of this painted world. It's endless, without borders. Later,
It seems pretty
I
bordered
tried
to me
talking
about the
beings
border of
and
the
trying
island.
paintings. I learned that the mountains, rivers, pavilions, and people could all speak. They were once like me, people from Danqing Island. But if that's the case, what about the hoe that turned into ink and the missing basket? Where have they gone? I began to doubt. Could it be that Danqing Island is actually a vast painting, and only beings with souls can exist within it, waiting for the chance to be reborn?
So you mean everything is born from ink, and only beings with ink souls can reincarnate?
Exactly.
Old man, it sounds like you're just grasping at straws. These ridiculous tales have been told by storytellers for ages. The mysterious artist who created the world, ink giving birth to all living beings. It makes for a good story, but can it really be true?
I'm not just guessing. I've traveled through all these scrolls, trying to find an exit from the Danqing realm. And all I ever turned up was this endlessly deep ink pool, bubbling and flowing like it could swallow the whole world. Deep down inside, I felt that this ink pool must be closely tied to us. If everything is made of ink, could the ink pool be the very source of this entire realm? But every time I tried to touch it, I failed. So that's why I resorted to stealing ink. I was hoping to restore my ink soul and return to my little one.
Old man, don't scare us with your words.
I think Uncle Meng might not be entirely wrong. Back in the village, I could use my Danqing ability to repair things, but when I tried to add ink for Miss Sui, I failed. Maybe it's connected to what Uncle Meng said about ink souls. Repainting can restore inanimate objects, but it can't restore living beings because it's missing the most crucial part, an ink soul.
What? How could she be so careless and end up here? Anyway, Nikki, you said something about having a Danqing ability. What is that?
When Nikki paints, she can completely restore objects. She helped fix a lot of things in the village. Impressive, right?
In that case, could it be possible to use the power of the ink pool to find a way to restore living beings?
I just had that same thought. Let's go to the ink pool now. If I can dip my brush in it, maybe I can restore everyone's ink souls.
Are you really going? But I can't go with you. When you go, just be careful. Otherwise, I won't be able to face your teacher.
Don't worry. Since I was able to come here in human form, maybe the ink pool won't reject me. Besides, I have Momo with me, so it'll be fine.
Artist Nikki, if I can return, I'll never forget your help. Old man, this time, for Nikki's sake, I won't hold it against you. But remember, don't even think about stealing ink again.
Thank you for your forgiveness. I will keep this in my heart.
This is so weird. Like... So, they can become objects if their soul is damaged? But... they still have their cognitive function. Okay, I can't get very far. I wanted to check, but the world end is like right here. Speaking of which, also kind of glad that I pulled for this outfit with this ability in particular, because yes, I do end up checking around for interesting passageways. It might be the fact that I'm sleep deprived and I haven't eaten anything today and I've been feeling very ill, but this is kind of blowing my mind because we're like in a painting realm made by a painter where living beings need souls, but like ink souls in particular, or they will revert to being inanimate objects, but they will retain their consciousness, just not their form? Huh.
The water in the ink pool, it's so sluggish.
This dark purple mist, could it be dark essence? Ah! Esslings! Nikki, watch out!
Wait, what happens if I purify the whole pool? How does the pool even get infected? Is that like
I'm worried about Miss Sway and the others. Could they have been affected by dark essence?
Is this like a natural degrading sort of thing? Like if your magical object ages over time, it degrades?
Miss Sway!
Artist Cat. The inkstone. The world within the painting. All of it. I remember now.
Miss Sway!
When Mirrorland was brought to ruin. Mountains crumbled, rivers ran dry, and all life extinguished. Everything Artist Cat once held dear was lost to the ashes in that
Oh
great
no, he's
apocalypse.
cute!
Crestfallen over the desolate world, she gathered the land's final remnants as ink to paint an entire realm on a scroll. Where her brush touched, mountains rose and villages took form. She hoped that one day, the splendor of the past might be restored. But though the realm held mountains and rivers, there was no sign of life. So Artist Cat offered her own ink soul as a seed, binding herself to the painting. She created the ink pool, shaping it into a place of reincarnation, so life could finally take form. As her ink soul waned, she knew her time was ever shorter. So she drew from the ink pool to dot Loong's eyes, binding its gaze to the cycle of reincarnation, duty-bound to guard the ink pool's endless flow. Loong then transcended reincarnation. It witnessed countless fates and the eternal circle of life, until finally, the painted world became real. With what little time remained, Artist Cat painted the Twin-Sight Gate and secluded herself atop Loong Peak, teaching Loong the truths of the human heart. In the end, she left behind only these words. When bonds must end, new ones may begin. In time, we shall meet again. After that, centuries passed, yet only the maple tree on Loong Peak remains unchanged.
I see now. The voice from my dream in the Sea of Stars was a lingering echo from the destruction of Mirrorland in another timeline. Everything here, the Danqing realm, and even Danqing Island, was crafted by Artist Cat's own hand. The ink pool holds the cycle of ink souls, and Loong is entrusted by her to watch over this realm. Now, with the cycle in chaos, those caught in the rain are turning into scrolls, returning to their original forms. It appears as though the ink pool has been sealed. Given the failure of the eye-dotting ceremony, it's clear that the root of the issue lies with Loong.
But before when we tried, we couldn't get into the Loong Pagoda.
We couldn't get in from the outside, but now that we're inside the Danqing realm, maybe we can find a way in through the inside. Momo, let's go find where the Loong Pagoda should be.
I'm not gonna lie, I think that they executed the whole multiverse really poorly in 1.5. but I am really digging it as a story idea, especially considering that we get to really traverse failed worlds. And I suppose it's not that bad for the cat, because technically this whole world is her. It's her soul that she divided, so everything, every living being is her. Just reliving and reincorporating and re-experiencing life in different ways. But it is quite sad. Though it is also interesting that important parts of the universe were witnessed by things that are not necessarily human and not necessarily Nikki. Like, we are definitely not the cat. The cat was, well, a cat. I think that if they explored this whole multiverse thing properly, it could be very, very interesting. But considering that this is a gacha game, that's... those things have finite lifespan. And due to all of the mistakes that they have done, they definitely were not getting very good revenue numbers. Which normally means that, well, even if they won't shut the game down, they would be likely to probably invest less money into the game. I don't know if they would be interested in exploring their own plot fully and properly. Because this is like a fairly complex plot line. We'll see in 2.0, I guess. Because I know that we're going to like a forest realm. But because we're going to a forest realm, it kind of feels a bit like... you know, like the flying little blue guys part of this game? It kind of feels like it would be more of that. Which... it kind of feels like... if they wanted to do the whole multiverse thing properly, you would want a bit more seriousness than that. Like, but maybe they're playing like the really long game. Like, we do Heartfelt Kingdom first. And the Heartfelt Kingdom, like, has serious and non-serious elements. I do like the fact that we have access to this. Like, this little painting world. And I do think that something like this is a lot more fun than endless festivals have been. Like, 1.4 would be fine in isolation, 1.2 would be fine in isolation, but we have received a lot of just festivals, and this is something different. This is unique, this is very well executed. It does tell you a bit about the world and the world building, so it does progress the story in a way.
The spot that corresponds with Loong Pagoda should be here. Wait, there's a door here. In the real world, is this door inside the pagoda? Is that why we couldn't see it from outside?
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't expect such a large pagoda to leave no trace at all here in the Danqing realm.
It seems that this Danqing realm is the original blueprint of Danqing Island, where only the objects first painted by Artist Cat exist. Anything added or built later doesn't appear in this place.
To create a whole world with Danqing. Truly, Artist Cat was an extraordinary figure.
According to the painted images, I think Artist Cat's depiction of this door should lead to Loong Peak. Some villagers have seen Loong resting atop Loong Peak. Since it isn't in the pagoda, maybe it's there instead.
Makes sense. Let's check it out. But this door seems to be locked. Nikki, what should we do?
Since this door was painted by Artist Cat, the brush we just obtained might be useful. Let me give it a try.
The way that I cut this video will feel a little bit like a fake news. We didn't just go from like that point to Loong Peak. There was like a whole little mini island platforming thingy that I had to do in order to pass from one location to another.
It's Loong Peak. Momo, let's look around and see if...
But I am trying to keep this like reasonable when it comes to, you know, the length of the video. So there's that. Yeah, we're actually at the top of Loong Peak now. And we're here legally. Instead of platforming here with a bicycle. This is legitimately like such a pretty place. I think I've seen like some Chinese places that kind of remind me of this. Because it wasn't too uncommon to like build a temple on top of a really steep and long going hill. But that doesn't quite detract from the fact that this is just a really pretty place. My first solo trip down the mountain was a failure. Last time we headed down the mountain, Miss Cat was still here. She said another Yinwan festival was happening and that she wanted to visit Inkwell for the occasion, so we went with her. Of course, we just hid in the flower grove and watched the lively stage from across the river, so that no one would see us and get scared. It was on that trip that I saw someone selling paint for umbrella canopies. There wasn't much variety, but all the colors they had looked incredible, so I thought I would buy some as a surprise gift for Miss Cat. Unfortunately, she left before I had the chance. This time I made through preparations determined to buy that paint. However, I was picked up by some children before I could even reach the market. They thought I was a paper cutting and said they would paste me on a window for decoration. When I told them off for being so rude, they got scared and ran away screaming it's haunted. I must remind myself to stay away from humans next time. Perhaps I should go at night, take what I need, leave the blings and leave. My second solo trip down the mountain was a failure. This time I went at night but ran into the night patrol. I quickly stuck myself to the side of the road and kept quiet, pretending to be an ordinary piece of paper. To my surprise, her eyes were sharp and she spotted me. "Oh, what's this? Perfect," she said, as she picked me up and stuck me to her lantern. How old was that lantern? It has been patched up countless times and the amount of glue all over it made me feel ill, but I didn't dare move. And then there was the heat. It was torture. I wanted to escape when her shift was over, but ended up tearing a huge hole in the lantern when I broke free. I had to find some paper to mend that thing myself. Fortunately, Mo Yan had taught me how to glue a lantern together. Unfortunately, it was time-consuming work. When it was done, it was too late to buy the paint. I'll have to try again another time. Maybe going right before sunrise would be better? My third solo trip to the mountain was a failure. I forgot there are artists in Inkwell too. Who goes out to scout for scenery this early in the morning? Come to think of it, Miss Cat did mention that things would look different as the lighting changes throughout the day, but still being an artist gives her no right to use me to soak up ink. Next time I'll steer clear of that place. My fourth solo trip down the mountain was a failure. Whoa, this item was persistent. I was distracted by waiter's sales pitch, wandered into a tea house by mistake, and almost drowned in a teapot. My 5th solo trip down the mountain was a failure. I got chased by a brocat the whole way. So humiliating. My 6th. Oh, never mind. I think I should stop going down the mountain by myself. I'll just ask Miss Loong to buy me the paint. She knows the human world much better than I do. I don't actually know whose note this was. I mean, it said Miss Dodo's? Duhus? Dahus? Anyway, there was a name mentioned, but I couldn't recognize it, so it didn't do anything for me. If anyone understands whose note that was better, please tell me. And we are absolutely at least taking one picture in here. There we go. Come, let's explore the mountain together, except that my Nikki seems to be inviting you directly off the cliff. There is something kind of creepy about these pictures, so I decided to go with this one, but I also had this one, and yeah, that's about it. I don't know if it's the angle or the fact that she's like looking directly at the camera that's kind of, it can get a bit unsettling.
Is that the twin site gate? Let's go check it out.
Ooh, I found all the inky kitties. You just wanted to bite me, didn't you? No, of course not. We're both made out of paper. I'll never bite a fellow paper friend unless I really can't help it. Ah, that's like the notes. Like when one of those paper people tried to go out. Oh, I found 5 in a row. So this paper crane wants to play 5 in a row, but nobody ever plays 5 in a row with him. So he plays on his own. He's all like, please play a match with me. Well, this is one of the things that I wanted to. Oh, and the board is slightly pre-made already. I'll go here. Because I can finish it like this. I know that apparently level 4 and up becomes very hard. And I'm probably not quite at the right mental capacity right now to actually do hard. But we can probably do the easier levels. I can do it in 3 moves here. No matter how I look at it, it looks like it's gonna be at least 3 moves. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's gonna win. Because it will place that here. Yep. God damn it, AI is actually good. It blocked me and then it won itself. I've been very focused on us just cock-blocking each other. I have 3, you have 3, but I go first. And of course then you decide to cock-block me, because of course. No. God damn it! And people say that it's turn 4 that it gets hard on? At least the game is literally showing me what to do now. It doesn't cock block you when you go here in particular? What? Why? Is it like focused on something in very specific or? So apparently at level 4 the AI gets so good that even tips can't really help you? But this feels like such an odd puzzle. Specifically because you're really just looking at what points it wouldn't block you off. Which, I don't know, it doesn't make it more like a 5 in a row sort of game. It makes it more as a how do I cheat this AI sort of game, which is a completely different thing. Like, you need the idea of a moveset that it wouldn't block you, and that moveset will look exactly like any other moveset in the world, so that moveset won't like look special or somehow like the AI would legitimately not notice it. It will just look like any other moveset that AI would have noticed. Which is why it just... I don't know, it feels weird to me, man. I was kind of excited for that minigame, but now that it's here, it feels weird. It feels weird because I feel like I would need to learn the pattern of the AI or accept the game's help. Okay, I gotta say, ink cats, very cute. But that might just be the fact that they're cats. And there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, we don't even know who this cat is. It's just question marks. In cat form.
The Twinside Gate! No wonder the villagers saw Loong resting here, but none of them had any idea how it got here. It must have been using the Twinside Gate to travel between the two places. From here, we should be able to enter the Loong Pagoda. That's strange. Artist Cat's brush can't seem to open it.
Could it be that these doors use different keys?
You? How did you come to be here?
Ah, you're so cute. You're so cute, question mark, cat.
You look like a cat, but not quite. So weird.
So are you, Momo. Oh, it's Inky Momo.
I see now. You look like a cat, but have an ink-like appearance. You must be Inky Momo.
With Danqing Island being created from paintings, an Inky Momo makes sense.
My name's not Inky Momo.
Oh, it was their notes.
I'm Mododo. I'm dark as ink and cute as a bean.
I did call them doo-doo, I think.
I'm connecting some dots and remembering the painting materials. I've got almost all the papers I need, but I'm still short on pigments. It's been a while since Miss Loong last shared news from the outside world, and you're the first outsiders to visit Long Peak in all these years. Could you please tell me what colors are popular outside these days?
You're asking the right person. I'm the best artist in the village. Well, blue is a timeless classic, and red is always in style. But for the latest trend, it's all about blending yellow, white, and red to create a gorgeous pink.
How do you know this, Nikki?
Wait, Miss Loong? The Loong who's been watching over the island?
It's been so long since I left, I forget she's like a goddess to the people out there.
She lives on Loong Peak. No wonder we couldn't find her at Loong Pagoda earlier.
The Loong Pagoda was built later by those who wanted to honor Miss Loong. It's cramped inside and lacks the stunning view that this place offers. In the past, Miss Loong only stayed at the tower temporarily when the villagers had requests. Earlier, before the village and all those people existed,
Miss Loong used to live here on Loong Peak along with Miss Cat. This place was much more comfortable for her.
Miss Cat? Do you know Artist Cat too?
Did you not know? We were the first living beings she ever painted. Back then, it was just us two little inklings keeping Miss Cat company. She would be absorbed in her painting all day, while Miss Loong would play with us, help me count the materials, and organize the art supplies. But after Miss Cat left, in the past decade or so, Miss Loong has returned less and less. I don't know what she's been busy with.
When an Inuan is severed, it's the ones left behind in this world who suffer the most. Do you know where Loong is now?
You're here looking for her? Well, you're in luck. She just returned not too long ago. See? She's over at the painting pavilion. Miss Cat used to love to paint there. Now, when Miss Loong returns, she tends to stay there all day, in total silence.
So is Miss Cat still alive?
If you're looking for her, you should head over there.
Also, I just thought about how an odd of a juxtaposition this is. Where, for Miss Cat, her world has ended. And she used what was left out of her own soul, to recreate part of it as a painting that is alive. For them, this is pleasant and even joyous, because they remember fondly when they used to just spend time here with Miss Cat while she was absorbed in the painting. For them, they don't know before this. It's like if everything you knew was gone and you went insane and decided to be God. That's always great. I thought so.
Miss Bai.
What brings you here?
It is. I guessed it. I guessed it way in advance.
Pool to paint Loong's eyes. Those eyes became the embodiment of the ink pool itself. With the cycle of the ink pool disrupted, Miss Bai developed an eye condition.
You're truly clever. I suppose there's no need to keep hiding it. I am Loong. And the ink pool seal, I did it.
How could that be? Loong is the Inuan guardian. And you've always been so kind and gentle. Why would you do something like this?
Can I purify your eyeballs?
Why wouldn't I? Do you know what the red ribbons on the Loong Pagoda are made of?
You once
Blood?
said the red ribbons symbolize Inuan. So as long as an Inuan remains, the red ribbons endure.
If that's the case, then why is it only tied at one end? 1,000 years of fate, rising and fading, countless meetings and partings. I cannot enter the cycle of reincarnation, nor can I interfere with it. I can only watch from the side, seeing those I care for fade one by one. As the wheel of reincarnation turns, the past fades into nothingness. I can no longer find them in this world, and when they see me again, I will be nothing more than a stranger to them. The pain of parting, the agony of forgetting, the suffering of severed fates. Can
Oh
you
no, the cat
comprehend
did
such
not
torment?
account for
Those
the
red
feelings of the
ribbons,
Guardian.
broken Inuan you've severed over the past thousands of years?
Exactly. So, Only by sealing the cycle can I sever myself.
Still, can I
from the
purify
sorrow
your
of
eyeballs?
separation.
It might help you with the whole thinking
Everything
thing.
literal to remain as it is, granting me years upon years. Even if I have to search through every drop of ink, I will find the one I lost.
But, Miss Bai, have you ever considered the wishes of the person you're searching for? You're searching for Artist Cat, aren't you? Danqing Island was painted by Artist Cat, created with the sole purpose of forging a new world from the ruins. She established the Inuan Festival so that fate would endlessly give birth to more life. She hoped the painted world would one day become a real one. How could she bear to see the cycle of life come to a halt, leaving everyone restless? If you continue like this, even if you find her, she won't find peace.
It's too late. For 1,000 years, the moon's pale light accompanied my sorrow. She has been gone for a millennium, so I must find my own path.
You know, I don't blame her.
When I sealed the ink pool, I had already abandoned countless thoughts. No need for more.
Like, sure, everybody's alive, but...
Don't you care about your Inuan with them?
I never intended to harm the village. Whether it's the fading objects or the strange ink rain, it's all caused by anomalies in the ink pool as the cycle stagnates. I didn't want this. I had hoped your Danqing ability could help, but now I can no longer stand by. I'll return to the Loong Pagoda and find another way.
So she wanted the world to die out gently.
What do you mean? Are you going to trap us in here?
I mean, we have
I didn't
waypoints,
expect
Momo.
to
We can
enter
just
the
teleport
Danqing
out.
realm and to know so much. I'm sorry, Nikki.
But can I purify your
I can
eyeballs?
never again
Please.
leave Loong Peak.
Miss Bai!
How could Miss Bai have caused all this? Nikki, what do we do now?
Miss Bai endured thousands of years of solitude. It seems hard for her to change her mind. If we want to go to the Loong Pagoda to find her, we need to go through the Twin Sight Gate.
But Miss Bai unlocked that gate.
Don't worry, Momo. Let's talk to the Inklings. Maybe they'll know how to open the Twin Sight Gate.
One of the whole issues with this whole thing is that we know that the world isn't real. Guardian Dragon knows that the world isn't real. Guardian Dragon knows that the world is made from the soul of the person whom she really enjoyed the company of. And she was left to endure thousands of years in here alone. We can definitely, and we should definitely, purify her eyeballs. But I'm not entirely sure how morally and ethically correct would it be to ask that she continues doing what she's doing by force? Because if the world continues, so must she. And her soul of her loved one is still split into thousands and thousands of pieces, as it is inside everything inside this world. So, while this is what Cat would have wanted, because for Cat, this is a recreation of what she loved and what she lost, leaving a guardian to stand by alone for thousands of years is at the very least unfair. And I don't know if the problem would have solved if she left too. Because if you leave too, there's always such a chance that the guardians would get overly involved with one another and forget their duties. But when you leave one, it's cursing someone to thousands of years of this. That's not good.
With flames aglow, the smoke drifts slow. Winding and wafting, past the eaves it goes. Ah, guests. It's been so long since we've had any.
My favorite bit
Hello. I'm Artist Cat's assistant.
is that
Marianne,
we're trapped
responsible for
here.
keeping things tidy.
Hello, I'm Artist Nikki from Inkville, and this is my
There's no
assistant.
fall damage. I can jump down and just
You're an
walk with my
artist.
mermaid outfit. I
Tell me,
can
have you ever
float.
seen a scroll get
there.
caught in the rain only for all the ink to vanish?
I
without a
understand that we
trace?
want to get into the pagoda,
I haven't seen it myself.
but we're not very trapped
But
in
what you're
here.
describing reminds me of how things in the village have
Also,
become-
whatever my Nikki's
did
doing,
an important
I
thing
thought
to
I'll
us.
point that out. Whatever is
When Miss
happening to
Cat
her
was
right
still
now.
Here, she painted a series of linked scrolls, imagining what her life might have been like if she'd lived as an ordinary person among the people of Inkville. She learned painting from her teacher and often slipped off to the wilds with her assistant to sketch. During the Yin Yuan festival, she'd receive more gifts than she could carry. Everyone smiled and called out warmly, "Nice to see you, little artist."
That sounds a lot like how it goes for Artist Nikki.
Yes. If she were still here, I know she'd love to talk to you. It's just, the last time I was tidying up, I set her paintings out to dry in the sun. I didn't notice the rain
So
coming.
Artist
By the
Nikki
time I
was
realized,
Artist
we'd all been washed
Cat's
away without a single trace.
imagined
That
persona?
must have been
Shit.
nearly 20 years ago now.
Losing a loved one's belongings must be truly heartbreaking. I'm sorry, but after so much time has passed, I'm afraid there's little we can do to help.
It's fine, really. Even when a candle burns out, its smoke lingers on, just like the image of Miss Cat's face. I've never forgotten it. I've gone on too long again. If Motodo knew, she'd say I'm neglecting my guests. So, what brings the two of you to Loong Peak?
We arrived here by accident, and now we can't find a way back to the village. Would you happen to be able to tell us how to open the Twin Sight Gate?
The Twin Sight Gate. I make sure to dust it every time I clean the peak, but I've never opened it. I've always believed that one day, when it opens, it will be Miss Cat who steps through. Yet, over the past few centuries, only Miss Bai has crossed that threshold.
Miss Bai? You mean Yue Bai, the Loong?
That's right. Yue and Bai. The moonlight's hue, scrolls unrolled, fate painted full. Yue Bai means moon white in Miss Cat's hometown. It's her favorite color, and she gave the name to Loong. But now, the moonlight has been stained by ink, and Yue Bai's heart is no longer as peaceful as it once was.
Has Miss Bai said anything to you? Like, maybe something about sealing the ink pool's cycle?
She never mentioned it, but in recent decades, her heart has been restless, her nights filled with turmoil. She's lost her sight, and I believe she must have made a decision she will come to regret in time.
Regret? Yes, for those consumed by obsession, their hearts fill with anger, and they act without care for those around them. But in the end, they may not achieve what they originally wanted. In fact, they may even
Oh,
stray
no.
further and further from their goal.
What if she would remain
It's like us
in
searching
here
for the keys to
alone?
the Twin Sight Gate. Nikki, at this rate, how long will it take for us to find them?
Apart from Miss Cat and Miss Bai, I think Mo Yu is the only one who also knows anything about the Twin Sight Gate.
Like,
The problem is he spends all his time eating barbecue. I have no idea where he's wandering
well,
off to
that's
now.
Momo for you.
If you can track him down and tempt him with his favorite food,
Can I give
you
some
might
to
just
Momo?
be able to get a tale from 1,000 years ago in exchange.
Noted. Thanks so much.
But, okay, let's stop on the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge. Is the dragon immortal? Is my question. Because if she is completely outside of the whole reincarnation thing over here, What if what happens when she stagnates the ink pool is that she doesn't get the cat back and she doesn't get freedom either? She doesn't die. She just stays in a dead world with no one being able to wield the ability to ever resurrect it. That sounds like even more hellish of a thought than what they have already been living through, so, haha. Good thing that Nikki is here. Here's another question. So you have a painting cat, right? Is she part of Nikki? Can Nikki reincarnate into things that aren't Nikki and don't look like Nikki? Because her old persona, the painter that walks around with Momo, the one that she imagined doing all those things and that appears in the world doing all those things as a consequence, she is the Nikki persona that we have taken over because we are the main Nikki, the ultimate Nikki, the Nikki Prime. Was a cat Nikki? Did the cat somehow tune into the whole Nikki's live stream? How do you do that exactly?
I see now. The crisp, slightly bitter tea is perfect for balancing barbecue's richness. But if I could craft a tea with a smooth texture and a sweet finish, it would really bring out the flavor of the barbecue. Now I'm not sure which to choose.
Wait. Does Momo exist because this painter person somehow managed to intertwine with Nikki's life force at some point, as Painter Nikki is part of the Nikkiverse, and as she was painting cats that looked a lot more like cats, she made one of those cats into Momo for her ulterior persona. Is that where Momo comes from, or is that a happy coincidence? Both are great.
Whether grassy or fragrant, everyone has different tastes, so why not both?
What is it with Nikki trying to sit down on things for me?
Oh, wow. You make such a great point. I'll keep your words in mind and get things ready for Miss Cat. Miss Cat? Do you mean Artist Cat? I had no idea she liked barbecue as well. What great taste. But hasn't she been gone a long time? Miss Cat has been gone for many years. Maybe 100, maybe 200, maybe even longer than that. Okay, it's alright. Miss Cat will return one day. And until that happens, I need to keep my skills sharp. So every day, I brew 3 pots of tea and prepare barbecue. That way, when Miss Cat returns, she can have a warm meal ready for her right away.
There's no greater happiness than having someone waiting for you when you return home. If she knew what you've been doing for her, I'm sure she would be deeply touched.
I don't think that Miss Cat is alive,
Now,
I'm
as for
sorry.
the flavors for my 352nd tea blend, I still haven't figured it out yet. What should I do? What should I do?
Creating new blends is no small feat. You've already come up with so many interesting ideas. Take your time. There's no need to rush.
It's not that. I've been feeling tired and sluggish lately.
Oh,
It's
because
as
the...
It's as if the ink Miss Cat used to create me is about to fade away. I'm worried that if she returns and I've already faded away, she won't be able to drink tea or enjoy barbecue. What should I do?
When you stole the whole...
What should I do?
When you stopped the whole
Oh no.
ink
Could it be that the ceiling
pool
of the ink pool
cycle,
cycle is affecting you too?
it affects everything.
We came here to help solve these strange anomalies. The Twin Site Gate is locked right now, so we can't get to the Loong Pagoda. Do you have any ideas? Miss Cat used to have the keys to that gate.
That is such a prominent butt move from my Nikki.
Sorry, I only know how to make tea and barbecue. I'm afraid I can't be much help. But I made some barbecue for you, and I hope you find a solution soon. Thank you. Don't worry, we'll definitely solve the ink pool issue, so you can continue researching tea in safety and good health.
My character is really having trouble. Why only one portion? I wanted to give one to Momo. Really having trouble having conversations in here. Like, she always is trying to just sit down. Is that?
I got so caught up in the writing that I got trapped in the pages. If it weren't for your help, I don't know how long I'd have been stuck in there. Thank you so much. Two deaths? Oh, are you artist Nikki and her assistant Momo?
Do you know a second Momo?
I am Miss Mo, and I wander alone. My brush captures history's flow. Artist Cat gave me this name, and ever since, I've dutifully recorded this land's stories. Though Artist Cat has been gone for many years, I still write on, observing village life closely, so that I may live up to her trust. Recently, you two have become quite well known in Inkville. How could I have not heard of you?
I had no idea we were that well known. Now I'm blushing.
Me too. Mo Dodo said you rarely leave Loong Peak, so I didn't expect you to have heard of us at all.
That's true. We Inkville
I'm doing the whole sit down
so
thing
we try
again.
not to startle the villagers. Life here on Loong Peak is peaceful, so we stay hidden. Only when Artist Cat was still with us did she take us out a few times in disguise. The lively scenes of the Yin Yuan festival still remain vivid in my memory.
I can see how deeply you all miss Artist Cat. Though she's gone, it feels as if she's become a gentle breeze.
I feel like if she gave a physical form to Loong,
A person like Artist Cat truly deserves
surely
to be
she
remembered
could
for
have
generations.
given a 3D form
Since you
to
come
her
Loong
cat
Peak, You
companions.
must already know much. Are you aware that Danqing Island was painted by Artist Cat?
Yes.
I've had the privilege of holding Artist Cat's brush. Through the images it painted, I witnessed those past events.
Artist Cat's brush has manifested in this world. Maybe she truly will return. You are fortunate to have had the chance to possess it. Allow me to share a few more words with you. While writing Artist Cat's biography, I sought out many stories from her past. She once lived in a place called Mirrorland, but a catastrophic event occurred. In the blink of an eye, the land was torn apart. In that disaster, Artist Cat
Nikki
lost
can
her
manifest
family and
itself as a
friends.
cat, confirmed.
Hearing this, I can't help but
Is
feel a
Nikki
little
anyone that just gets
Artist
trapped,
Cat couldn't
caught
bear to
up,
witness the world
and
suffering.
gets to be the main character of
Driven to
any
restore
version
life,
of
She
Mirrorland?
sought to recreate the world. She could have stayed out of trouble, and yet she chose to sacrifice her own ink soul, using herself as the source for life. In her final moments, she found solace in the sight of Inkville's festivals. She had no regrets. When bonds must end, new ones may begin. But in time, we shall meet again. Those were her last words. But when will she return?
It must have been such a long
Surely
ride.
if she sacrificed
No
her
hope of
soul...
that person ever returning. This must be why Miss Bai became consumed by her obsession.
What about Miss Bai? What did she do?
I think it'll be better if she tells you herself. After everything is resolved.
I love the whole
At the
push-up
moment,
thing that
planning
we're
to
doing
visit
in
the
here.
Loong Pagoda to discuss something with her. Do you happen to know how to open the twin site gate?
Sorry, I can't be of much help with that. The only ones to hold keys to the twin side gate have been Artist Cat and Miss Bai. If it's that one, he's incredibly unreliable. I bet he's gone to slack off at the High Pavilion again. He's the most senior.
Okay, so this is not Momo, this is Miss
I'm
Mo.
afraid he won't be of much help. You two should find another way.
So we need a...
Maybe Moyu would know how to open the twin site.
Yeah, we need the Momo of this
Isn't that
world.
the unreliable one Miss Mo was talking about?
Probably. If that's the case, and we use some of Moju's barbecue as bait at the High Pavilion, we should lure out Moyu.
I'm just like wondering, if you end up with a weird-looking, two-legged talking cat, should you take that as a sign that you're a Nikki? Oh no, I don't wanna fall off. I was just checking for any more stuff.
Ah, barbecue, barbecue. Whose juicy and fragrant barbecue is calling out
Momo
to
was a
me?
fish?
Begging for my esteemed presence.
Excuse me, are you Moyu?
Who's trying to scare me?
Sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
So if you're a cat as a Nikki, you might get a fish as a companion.
The one who knows all about the twin site gate.
Well, that would definitely be me. I'm Moyu, the most senior among the Inkling, and I know everything about Long Peak. Don't be fooled by my rough brushwork. Artist Cat herself created me as the first being with an ink soul. So if you want to know the origins of Danqing Island, or the stories of Artist Cat and Miss Bai, I'm definitely the one to ask.
Well, we'd like to know about the origins of the twin site gate, and the way to unlock it.
This story begins with the very origins of all life on Danqing Island.
I like how for them this is literally the origin
As
story,
mentioned
while
in the
for Cat
previous
this was
chapter,
her death.
Artist Cat, using herself as the source, first created life.
The previous chapter?
Okay, don't interrupt. Ahem. The Ink Soul's emergence brought many changes, and Danqing Island became increasingly unstable. Artist Cat, troubled in her heart, wandered by the waterside and encountered a golden red koi. The koi swam with all its strength, expressing its deep desire to become a Loong. Artist Cat, moved by the koi's ambition, took up her brush and painted a towering mountain, crafting the extraordinary Long Gate from its perilous peaks.
So, Long Peak was actually a long gate.
Yes, with a single stroke of her brush, Artist Cat made the water flow upward, and the koi, focused and determined, gathered all its strength in preparation for the leap. The golden red koi leaps, and the white Loong emerges. With a powerful surge, the koi soars. Its golden red scales shed one by one. It emerge, and it ascends in boundless freedom. From that day, the koi that leapt through the Long Gate transformed into a real Loong.
Miss Bai was enlightened by Artist Cat, and that's how she became Loong.
From that moment, Miss Bai and Artist Cat forged a deep innuendo. with
I
the
don't
first
know if
red
it's
ribbon
even
serving
more
as a
cruel to
symbol
do
of
it
their
to a
connection.
fish.
Danqing Island too began to flourish, its prosperity growing with each passing day.
Let me curse
To commemorate
this
Inkville's
fish
flourishing
with
seasons,
eternal
Artist Cat
loneliness.
painted the Twin Sight Gate. While she would usually rest at Long Peak, she would visit the village with her companion to join in the celebrations during festivals. It's said that the White Loong danced with ink, traveling the world alongside Artist Cat. Its brilliance shone both inward and outward, with the prosperous scenes lasting for 1,000 years.
Surely, she could have made
The
two
Twin Sight
fish.
Gate has 2 keys. For the Long Pagoda entrance, Artist Cat's brush serves as the key, departing the earthly realm and returning to the circle of life. For the Long Peak entrance, the key is one of Miss Bai's scales, departing the circle of life and entering the earthly realm.
A scale. I know these. I know these maple leaves.
Don't tell me that there's scales. Oh wait, there's an eternal maple in here, isn't it? One that doesn't change?
Only Artist Cat can reveal the true scales.
Well,
But
Nikki multiverse, precisely.
Artist Cat! I never thought I'd live to see the day you return!
Don't worry, I'm leaving in a
what
second.
happened in the past. Wu Yu, the priority now is to go to Loong Pagoda and find Yue Bai. She can't make the same mistake again.
Take the paper.
Again?
It'll get us there faster. Artist Cat, it's all up to you now!
Did she destroy the world once already?
After Mirrorland's destruction, I painted Danqing Island. Through the twists of fate, it's grown into what it is today. No wonder when I first saw Artist Cat's portrait, it felt so familiar. Momo, that's who I once was.
Well, that's one of what you were. There is a lot of what you were, Nikki. And who you... That must really be mind-bending. Being Nikki must be just such a trip. Nikki is a self-realizing god confirmed. Like, she has a whole multiverse inside of her. She has spawned several worlds. She's been multiple different creatures. Yeah. Is there a world outside of Nikki? That's now my question. Presumably, she came from somewhere, right?
Nikki, let's go!
Well, at least he's happy.
The Loong is moving? Wait, is the Loong in the picture?
Oh god, right.
These are called the We need to wait for Now's your chance! The Switch platform and jump!
This is a very epic fight, but... Cancel. Big button here. Another consumable. Cancel. But... Yeah, I never played with these abilities. Ah! Because I have never been a cat. Yep, logical. I mean, I've definitely never been a cat, but... Does this work? No?
It's the thing on its head! We need the Purifying to bring it back to senses.
Oh, there we go. Now I can purify it. Always pick up your free potions, kids. That's how I do these fights. Ah, all right. I thought presumably we might want to make the inky dragon real, but I think this is just a platforming section at the moment. The music is wonderful. Yay! I get to hit the giant eyeball on the thing. Let me just continuously recharge my health. Ouch.
Nikki, watch for your opportunity.
Oh god. The issue is that a lot of these attacks also take out my platforms. Oh god! Oh, I'm so on the wrong side! This is the last one, right? If anyone knows Chinese, feel free to translate. The game did not bother. Oh! Ooh! We have succeeded, right? Yep. Is this Loong? I think it is. With the cats. She seems sad. Pity that this point just has absolutely no subtitles for me. We're interpreting the story, never mind. That's all, I think. Feel like she would take, what, apprentices on the regular? That's what it looks like anyway.
Artist cat.
Long koi fish.
It's me. When bonds must end, new ones may begin. In time, we shall meet again. I'm here as promised.
Why return now? For centuries.
Because you're destroying the world, maybe?
Yet the Yin festival came and went, and the flower forest has withered and bloomed again. But you never returned.
I'm sorry, Yuebai. I came too late. Back then, I used my ink soul as the source of life, letting it disperse into the world. At that time, I didn't know there would be a chance to start over. Danqing Island continued to grow and thrive, with living souls forging new Yingyuan, becoming more and more like a real world. It was this that allowed the Sea of Stars to find it, giving me the chance to return. Unfortunately, the ink pool was sealed off, halting the growth of Yingyuan. Danqing Island remained just a faint glimmer of a star, and we nearly missed our chance.
So when I sealed the ink pool, it nearly kept you from returning?
That's true. But fate is like a tapestry. Even when the threads are separated, it takes a skilled hand to guide the needle and reconnect them. Our rejoined Yingyuan would not have been possible without these twists and turns. If I hadn't entered the Danqing realm and climbed Loong Peak through the Twin Sight Gate, I wouldn't have been stirred by the maple leaves and awakened to those memories of Miraland's destruction.
You're still the same as ever, always understanding how fate brings people together. But even after all these years living as a human, trying to feel things for myself, I still don't fully understand it all. I only know that watching someone you love leave is the hardest thing in this world. If parting brings so much pain to everyone, then why does reincarnation even exist?
If there were no goodbyes, how would there be new hellos? Yuebai, do you remember when we traveled through the village together? In this life, the Yingyuan between children and parents gave two old enemies from a past life a chance to reconcile. Even though Yun and her mother's connection ended in this lifetime, the moonlight of the next will still light our path. And after all Xiaozhi went through, she and her parents finally found a way to understand each other.
Don't involve that little girl into this. That one is just tragic.
Yuebai, do you remember what Danqing Island looked like back in the beginning?
A few trees, and some rocks. A desolate patch of land.
Yes, but now, it's grown into a whole village. It's a whole world of its own. People connected through Yingyuan. They tilled the fields, built new homes, and named the place they built for themselves Inkville. Every evening, you can see smoke curling from the chimneys, and kids running home, following the smell of dinner. I painted this world. It was to recreate that kind of life. A place filled with farewells, with laughter, with worries, and with all the comforts of home.
Gods emulating the imperfect worlds that they saw destroyed. That is a scary thought.
I feel like a cage. But when new Yingyuan are formed, old regrets and misunderstandings can change and grow.
Fate flows like water. It's the movement that makes it beautiful. I only understand that now. Is it too late?
It's never too late. No matter what. Now that everything has come together and the ink pool has stabilized, it can be left on its own. Yuebai, thank you for everything you've done over all these centuries. Now, it's time for me to dot your I's again. Unlock the seal on the ink pool, and to let you finally lay down the burden of guarding the cycle of reincarnation.
But if I enter the cycle again, won't I forget you?
Considering how tortured you were, maybe that's for the best.
And meet you all over again.
I'll be waiting for you.
Thank you, Nikki, for releasing the giant koi fish. We did meet a very sad snake dragon just a patch before. If they haven't disintegrated, I would have introduced them to you as a friend. I think you would have made for great acquaintances.
With both eyes now open, the past has ended. And I will return to the cycle. Nikki, will you join me once more? To see this world again. One final time.
Do we not?
Back when you first created this painted world, I was just a little koi fish. But you listened to me and asked what I truly wanted. That moment was the biggest blessing of my life. I'm giving you these earrings to symbolize our yin yuan. Every time I think back on it all, I can't help but feel grateful. If I could stay by your side, then who cares about becoming a Loong? I'd be happy just swimming freely in the world you painted.
But if a koi never dreams of becoming a Loong, how would it know how vast the world can be? Just like if we never parted back then, we wouldn't have had this reunion now. Yuebai, don't be afraid of the next life. I know we'll meet again someday.
It's been ages since I last looked down on Danqing Island. It used to be just a few old trees and rocks, but now it's so open and full of life.
That's all thanks to you. You guarded the cycle of life for a millennium. Because of that, Danqing Island slowly grew into this beautiful place.
This place came from your heart. Everything I've done, it was all to fulfill your wish.
Like ebbing waters, old ties fade. In their wake, new oaths are made. Ink and color weave the years, and paint the world with hopes and tears.
When I was stuck in my obsession, I thought all those things you said were just pretty lies to comfort me. But now I know I was wrong. When bonds must end, new ones may begin. In time, we shall meet again. I'll never forget.
Goodbye.
Nikki.
I feel like we were supposed to be flying through that, but
reincarnation is actually a wonderful thing for her.
Right. And
we did not.
now that the ink
So,
pool
like,
seal is lifted,
there's that.
we'll be able to restore everyone's ink souls using its water.
Then let's hurry to the Danqing realm and save everyone.
Is it saving them? Does it matter? I mean, sure, people lost their loved ones, but... yeah, this one is hard for me to wrap my head around. Because it's one... effectively giant painting. has turned so wise all of a sudden. How do you live with the knowledge that you're just God experiencing yourself? And like, you even did such things as create whole friggin' worlds. And all you needed to do was undo your own koi fish.
It worked! Let's get to the paintings and use the Danqing ability to save everyone else.
Make way, coming through. Sorry, visiting my own past world temporarily. Just need to remake you folks. Maybe I'll come back like 1,000 years later again.
It's faded. There's no sound coming from inside.
Momo, let's go check the village. Maybe everyone's back now.
Or maybe you have just destroyed them. Maybe, we'll never know. And it is kind of handy that you can just change between the maps like this. As I said, it really doesn't apply to us. Being trapped is just not an idea in our head even. Pat the cat. Sorry you got stuck in my blueprint world.
What a relief.
Little troublemaker, where have you been? Everyone's been worried about you.
Miss Sui, you were the one who got caught in the rain. Why are you worried about me? I'm so glad you're okay.
It erased our memories.
That rain. It was very strange. I only remember a sudden downpour, then everything went fuzzy, and then I woke up in the village like nothing happened.
You don't remember anything from the past few days?
That's probably for the best.
Strange. Nikki, everyone says you went to find Miss Sui. Were you able to uncover what happened?
Yes.
This all started after that heavy rain.
Do we just tell them the truth? She left out the part where everyone's born from ink souls. No, we don't.
So, reincarnation
Never
is
mind.
real after all. Everyone who came back, it's because of you. Nikki, you've truly done something incredible.
A single Inuan can last a lifetime, weaving through homes.
Why did I
deep within the
weave
heart of the village?
my
What you
own
saved isn't just people.
story
It's the hopeful longing of
to
the
include my
parents
own
waiting by
people
the door.
kind of
The
fawning
tender
over
words
me,
of
even if they
children
don't know that
crying
it's
in
me?
dreams, and the love shared between spouses through thick
Nikki
and
had quite the ego.
thin. Now, the villagers have reunited, and their Inuan are restored. Artist Nikki, you've saved all of Inkville.
I only did what I thought was right.
Eye-dotting artists have always been revered. Their stories become legend. But in truth, it's just a brush and some ink. However, with your brush, you save lives. With your ink, you painted souls. Nikki, you've graduated. From now on, it looks like you'll be my teacher.
Don't count on it. I won't be around in here all that often.
Well, if you don't want the title, why not give it to Artist Momo?
Everyone said such kind things, and what Miss Wen said really spoke to my heart. Artist Nikki, we truly owe you our thanks. If it weren't for you bringing Xiaozhi back, her father and I would have carried that regret for the rest of our lives. We've learned our lesson. We'll
Now
find a way to
please
make
give
it
that
up to
kid to a
stay
better
by her
parent.
side and cherish her from now on.
Mm-hmm.
What matters is you have the heart for it. Inuan is easily formed, but not permanent. Family ties are a kind of Inuan too, needing care and nurturing. By the way, Miss Sui, since Xiaozhi made it back, does that mean the others have returned too?
They're all back. Everyone is just across the bridge, but nobody remembers what happened. They're still trying to figure it out.
It must really suck if you returned
I'll
like
head over
literally
too.
20
Maybe I
years
can help
later.
clear things up.
Nikki, you've grown so much. I remember you were just a little girl.
Yeah,
the
you
last
spent
time
like
we
20
met.
years being a bird.
Then, could it really be true that I've been missing for 10 years?
Oh,
like
thank
everyone
God, it's only
says?
10 years.
But why do I have no memory of any?
Thank God, thank me.
Right, yes, I clearly remember heading home to get out of the rain, and the next thing I knew, I was already back, holding Minnie at my doorstep. He scared my mom half to death.
Artist Nikki, do you know what really happened? Please, tell us!
Well, after Miss Bai and I looked into it,
So reincarnation is
She
real.
left out their true origins again.
No wonder Minnie was so excited to see me when we first met. We must have shared a connection in a past life.
10 years have passed, yet here I am. I'm back thanks entirely to your fearless courage and bold actions. As for Fuling, I'm deeply grateful to everyone who has cared for her. I can't thank you all enough.
no need to thank me. I am an eye-dotting artist after all. I guess I just took the long way around to finally fulfill my duty.
This is exactly what you deserve.
Exactly. They say everything in the world is connected by Yingyuan. Without Nikki's help, the Yingyuan and Danqing Island would have faded out, leaving no one to speak of the future.
Now that the broken Yingyuan have been repaired and the cycle of reincarnation is restored, Nikki, you're the lifeline.
I still
sustaining our
can't get
hope
it
for
out
the
of my
future.
head that you guys are living in a
Danqing
sentient
Island's
painting
prosperity
that
also
I
owes a
at some
lot to Miss
point
Bai.
have
If it
created.
weren't for her over the past 1,000
And I
years.
don't know whether it is a comedy, a
You mentioned
tragedy,
Miss
or...
Bai
Is
quite
it
a
good?
few times.
Is it bad?
Remind me, who is she?
You don't remember her?
Not at all.
Huh? Right before this, Minnie and I walked through the flower grove and saw a fairy-like lady. She matched the description Nikki just gave.
Now that you mention it, Uncle Tieshan told me about her too. He said she suddenly appeared, dressed all in white like the moon.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was,
I
wrong
need to
koi
go
fish.
check.
Wait, Nikki, since it's the festival day and lots of new Yingyuan are being formed, why not take a Yingyuan gift to mark the occasion?
Yeah, you protected all of us. We may not have much, but consider this our way of saying thanks.
Thank you. Then I'll take,
I already took one of those. I'll take a different one.
a xiangbao. Fragrance speaks, grace lingers. Thank you so much.
She's right.
This
over
time there wasn't like a
Flower
telling
grove
which
with a
one
long
was
pagoda.
which though.
Nikki, go take a look.
How fast are people reborn exactly? Asking for a friend. Which might also be me. I'll just cross over here, I decided. Okay, that looks very much like her.
Miss Bai? Are you?
I'm Nikki.
Have we met somewhere before?
So she just gets to be popped down into the
It's
world
all in the
without
past now. There's
any
nothing to
way
do.
of growing up? that's an interesting fate for the koi fish.
Old branches fade.
How old did you start at? Here, have a nice smelly pillow. I've picked it just for you. I mean, it was a gift from me, but you can have it.
An infinite thread connecting fates. This is for you.
I just spawned with a whole bunch of yarn in my pocket. Please don't mind me. Oh, that's not bad. That's very vivid. And there you have it, folks. That's the end of patch 1.8. It is the best one to date. And I am gonna point out at a couple of things right now. As long as you don't break your game, don't completely remove the story that came before. People are even gonna forget, like, really ruthless monetization. This thing actually costs about £65 just to get to obtaining the essences, and it would cost you over £100 to finish this, which makes it a very expensive top-up event. The prices overall in here, they're not the worst. Some of it is a bit pricey, like that. And this one, we had a better deal at 1.2. But here's what I'm gonna point out. Nobody's complaining. Do you know why nobody is complaining? Because not only did nobody screw up the story and introduce game-breaking bugs this time, but actually they made a story that kind of makes sense, is very interesting, introduced a lot of content, and Infinity Nikki feels on track. I don't want to say this, and I don't want to say this until 2.0, which is still not quite for a few patches, because they confirmed 1.10 and 1.11. What I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of things that people won't complain about and will put up with, as long as your game is good. And because this patch delivered something that feels good, those things kind of feel a lot more inconsequential than they would in a bad patch. We'll see how housing patch goes, but this little part, I'm so much more interested and invested than I was in the 1.5 story, which should have been introducing the whole multiverse in a major way. I think 1.8 did that better. Because I was engaged with the story, I was asking questions. This felt a lot more appropriate for the game than 1.5 was. Whichever team did this, can we in particular have more of this? And then maybe 2.0 will go good again, and the whole hiccup at 1.5 can be forgotten with time. Another thing that I'm gonna point out right now is that these outfits, they have been known about for several months now because they have been data mined. It's one of the things that were data mined. They were data mined already when 1.5 happened. The data mined version of them had 11 pieces. The whole community was very outraged with the ever-increasing max pity, with the extra pieces being added, and lo and behold, this patch drops, and they're 10 pieces. There has been no promises by the company, there have been no apologies really. So we don't know if they're gonna try and pull in Love and Peace again. But this is like a really good sign, if you ask me. So I'm always vigilant, but at the very least, for the time being, this is good. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I really need to get myself something to eat and start, well, assembling it. So see you on YouTube in a couple of hours, hopefully. By midday, this might be out. But thank you for watching. If you're still here with me, please share your own opinions on the patch. I would love to hear them and what you think about the future of Infinity Nikki overall. As you can see, I'm ranging from kind of pessimistic to cautiously optimistic, because this was a good patch. Like, I haven't forgotten things that came before, but this is more of this and will be good. Will be very good. This is what I would like to see. Not something that we have received in 1.6. That was concerning. That was fairly childish. But this would definitely be something that I would love for us to work with going forth. I think this kind of story writing and delivery fits in very well and makes this game a very enjoyable experience. So then, thank you so much for my Patreon supporters. I hope that I'm gonna see you in my upcoming videos throughout the rest of the weeks. And, well, my lifespan is presumably longer than weeks, and YouTube's lifespan is also presumably longer than weeks, so that's a weird way to put it. What I mean to say is, I hope I'm gonna see you on my other videos too. Toodaloo for now.